Stronger Sculpting Series 1 #4. So what have I got in store for you today? Oh, by the way, push your arms back, biceps, up, shoulders, triceps, legs. I think I'm feeling a little bit of everywhere today. I'm sure everyone is as well. So today what we have is what I call a conditioning workout, okay? So in any strength program, you want to have an element of conditioning. So that means we're going to be working multiple muscle groups in quick concession. So we'll be getting our heart rate up. There's no jumping around. We'll be getting our heart rate up through these exercises and working multiple muscle groups. So we're not doing any isolation moves today. And so if you are aching everywhere, which I am, I'm just feeling this now on my biceps. We are working full body today, but we're not concentrating on one muscle group for any length of time. And it's always really important to incorporate an element of this type of conditioning in any strength program. So we're working through a lot of isolation moves over the course of the week. And this one, yeah, you're gonna feel it for sure. Just push your hips back, stretch out those hamstrings. So we've got 5 exercises and we're gonna repeat them for 3 rounds for the first circuit. And today we're gonna do it by time. And we're moving really quickly between the exercises. So we're gonna go for 50 seconds on and only 10 seconds rest. And I'm going to demonstrate all of the exercises for you. You can use it as part of your warm-up, and if you need to do any variations, then you can. Majority of the exercises in the first circuit, well, we're working, yeah, as I said, full body. And as I said, because we're not doing isolation moves, and if you remember when I said we're working through compound moves and isolation moves, isolating, for instance, a shoulder press is isolating, a squat press is compound. So we're working multiple muscle groups. Now you can use a resistance band if you have one for the first circuit, and I'm going to demonstrate the exercises. So band on if you have one, don't worry if you don't, not necessary. So the first exercise we're going to do, coming into a nice wide stance, especially if you've got a band on, we're going to come down, curl as we stand, then take the weight down. Curl, stand, take the weight down. Okay, that's your first exercise. So just get as low as you can. So even if you're just coming to this position and standing, you don't have to come all the way down, but really good for flexibility, strengthening, mobility and everything, this workout. So if you can, nice and low, look how straight my back is, curl and up, okay? So hold that weight up when you come up to standing position. Then we're gonna come into a deadlift. So down, pushing those hips away, look how straight my back is. And I'm gonna come down as low as I can. And then stand up, squeeze through those glutes, and we're going to come to an upright row, okay? So really lift up. So we're working through the upper back, through the trapezius, rhomboids, as well as a little bit through the delts, okay? So a good upper back one, that one. The third exercise, we're coming into a push press. So we're going to squat down nice and deep and thrust that weight up, okay? Down, thrust that weight up. So that thrust action of coming down is driving that weight up, which will make it easier. So we're not so much impact on our shoulders, okay? So come up with power, okay? Then we're gonna come to a bent over row. So nice, straight back. We're going for a row. So we're working through the lats here. And then we're gonna come for a wide double row. So row, row, wide double row. So we're really targeting the trapezius and upper back muscles there as well. And then your fifth exercise, we're coming for a side step. So weight to here, we're going to step to the side, step to the side, step to the side. Opening that weight out, elbows locked into your sides, okay? So we're working, if you're using a band, we're working a little bit through obviously the outer thighs, through the legs, through the glute medius muscles, as well as working through those biceps. Okay, they're your 5 exercises. And we're going to go for 3 rounds, 50 seconds on, 10 seconds rest. Are you ready for it? No stopping. The point of this is minimal rest. We want to get the heart rate up, maximum effort. Let's do this. And turn the music up. Okay, you ready? Going in 10 seconds. So nice wide stance. In 5, in 3, in 2, in 1, down, curl, stand, weight down, curl, stand, weight down. Keep that core in nice and tight. Exhale at the top of the range. Come up with power. Squeeze those glutes. Keep your back nice and straight. It's a really muggy day today, isn't it? Just another 5 seconds here. Give me 1 more rep. Turning to the side. Back nice and straight. Coming as low as you can. Up, nice and quick with power. Upright row. Ready? Let's go. Down. Up, squeeze those glutes. Upright row. Push those hips back. So we're working obviously a little bit through the hamstrings, the back of the legs, through those glutes, as well as upright row, working a little bit through the delts, through the shoulders, but predominantly the upper back. Trapezius and rhomboids, really squeeze, squeeze. Elbows should be leading here. Weight should be lower than your elbows. Wider stance, especially if you've got your band out, push those knees out. We're coming for a push press. In 3, in 2, in 1. Down nice and deep. Thrust that weight up. That's it, push those knees out nice and wide. Come up with power. Draw that belly button in towards your spine. Deep as you can. Rows. So narrow row, alternating, tilt from the hips, parallel to the ground. Core in tight, row, row, working through the lats, and then a high pull. Wide grip, wide. So working through the lats in those rows, upper back in those pulls in. Pull in, squeeze those shoulder blades. Row, row, squeeze. Row, row, squeeze. Great back exercise this. Working through the lats here. Getting the mid back. And feeling it in the legs a little bit as well. back up to standing. Weight to here, lock those elbows in, weight together. Gonna take them out as we step to the side. Ready? Let's go. That's it, quick movements. If you've got a band on, you can take it down to a little squat. So take that weight out as wide as you can, but keeping those elbows locked in. Eight seconds. Really working through the forearms here as well. Strengthening through those wrists as well. Round number 2. Are you ready? 2, 1, let's go. Stand. Make sure you're really pushing those hips back. Coming up with power. Ten seconds. Deadlift, upright row. Make sure you're pushing those hips back, slight bend in those knees. Ready? Let's go. Low as you can, upright row. Remember to lead with those elbows. Exhale at the top of the range. Now when we're working through these types of exercises, we can lift quite heavy because we're working through compound moves, multiple muscle groups in one go, and not isolating. You should be able to lift quite heavy, but not necessary because you're still getting your heart rate up. 2, 1. Thrusters, push presses, nice and deep. Power up. In 2, in 1. Let's go. Make sure you tuck that chin in at the top. Don't look up at your weight. If you look up at your weight, you'll end up arching through your back. You don't want that. Okay, that encourages you if you look up at your weight. You want to keep nice and tight through the core. Tuck that chin in. Make sure you're going fully overhead rather than forward. Okay, fully overhead. It's good for flexibility here as well of the shoulders. Push that weight back, almost if you feel like you're pushing the weight back a little bit too far. That's what it will feel like. Rows. Ready? 2, 1, down. Row. Really squeeze at the top. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. Make sure you're getting that elbow all the way back and arms back to straight. All the way to straight. "15 seconds left here. One more. Oh, feeling that in your lower back as well. Band can come round to your ankles if you need to, because you'll get more glute activation. Ready? Elbows locked in. Just feel that more on your band when your band's around your ankles. Feeling those forearms. 2, 1. Round number 3, straight into it. The idea of this conditioning workout is minimal rest. Ready? Round number 2. And take my band back up to my knees. Let's go. Squeeze those glutes at the top. Squeeze. Squeeze. Make sure you're keeping your back nice and straight. One more. Deadlift upright row. Get as low as you can, back nice and straight. Ready? Let's go. Push those hips back. And really squeeze at the top. Squeeze here before you come back down. Squeeze. Just a second or two at the top. Pushing those elbows back. Woo! Push presses. Oh, I'm sweaty. Ready? In 3. Power up. Don't look up at the weight. Fifteen seconds. Rows. I've got sweat dripping in my eyes. It's really hot in here, by the way. Ready? Let's go. Elbow back. Squeeze. Squeeze. So lats into play here, lats here, down there in the rows, more trapezius and rhomboid upper back in those high pulls. Oh, come on, give me one more. Woo. I'm just going to shut the blind. It's getting a bit bright. Side steps around my ankles. Ready? Let's go. Come on, keep those elbows locked in. Woo! Oh, sweat in my eyes. Woo! Nearly there. Oh, well done. Lose the band. First circuit done. Oh, sweaty. We've got 6 exercises in this next circuit. So we're coming down. Don't be fooled. Right. Oh, I've got sweat. I wish I brought my towel with me now. Right. Press ups. Now, if you have weak wrists, I find doing a press up here on the weights, I find it a little bit easier than hands flat, but you choose, okay? So we want the weight is just in the inside of my mat, okay? So, options for you. Press. If you can't come around to a press like this, and back up, nice and smooth without doing this. Okay, I need you on your knees, okay? Down. Okay, and if you struggle with that one, I want you to come down all the way and then lift back up, okay? Taking your weight off. Now, if you're in between, then you can come here, all the way down, up on your knees. Keep your core in tight. You want to make sure you exhale as you come out of the move, because your core will help you up, okay? And we want quite a narrow grip, okay? So I'm going to have my weight turned in slightly at the top, okay, because I want to be able to do that. So see, my elbows are down a little bit, press like that. Or if you're doing press here, okay, rather than like this really wide. If you really struggle with that, you can come into this position and press here, okay? You still feel that working through your chest and through your core. The press up is a really good full body exercise. Then we're going for rows, plank rows. I want you to keep as still as you can, no rotation going on, okay? Isolate, bring that elbow in close, pause it at the top. So we're really working through the core, but through the lats as well. You can do this in an all four position as well, okay? Just pull in. Feel your core contracting as you pull the weight up. So it's really good transverse abdominals as well as rectus abdominals, as well as a little bit of oblique activity going on there as well. Then we're going onto our backs. I'm going to place the weight just at the, in my thighs, wherever it feels most comfortable really. I'm just behind my knees, okay? And I'm going to lift up nice and high. Down, lift. You want to get your hips up straight if you can, okay? So we're working through our core, through our back, through our legs, through our glutes, multiple muscle group activity going on. Then we're going to come down, feet wide, okay? Weight on our hips and come up for glute bridge. And I want those knees as wide as you can and really squeeze those glutes at the top, okay? Then we're going to take the weight up, feet up. We're going to come down for a chest press as we take the leg out the same side. Press, leg out. Pushing your back into the mat. So working through the chest, through the core, here. And then the final exercise, we're going to come up for half seated press, Down, but not all the way. Okay, that one is really tough. Okay, so if you do struggle with that, take one weight, lean back and stay here rather than coming halfway back. So when I come back there, I'm not coming back all the way. Okay, I'm just literally, the top of my top is just touching the mat before I come back up. So really working through the core, through the transverse abdominals, working a little bit through the chest as well. Okay, ready? Let's do this. Woo. Presses. So my weight is turned in like this. Okay, ready? 2, 1, let's go. Exhale as you're coming up. I'm touching my nose to the ground. If you can't do that, please do come to your knees. You're going to get much more out of the exercise if done properly in an easier variation. Great full body workout press up. We're working through the core, through the shoulders, through the chest, a little bit through the glutes. Squeeze those glutes. And as soon as I tire, I will come down to my knees. As soon as I feel my hips dropping a little bit, that's when I'll come to my knees. Make sure your shoulders are directly underneath your weight if you're doing it here or all the way. Wide stance with the feet for balance. That's it. Get your elbow all the way back and keep as still as you can. No hips in the air. Straight, core tight. If you really struggle with it on your hands, just take one hand to the ground, row in, hand down to the ground, row in, okay? If you struggle to keep your weight on the dumbbell. Minimal movement. Turn onto your back, quickly as you can, weight in your thighs, everyone in position, ready? I have my fingertips, so they're pointing forward, I've just paused it, don't worry. Feet in, squeeze that weight, lift, lift, squeeze your inner thighs together, working through the adductors, working a little bit through the shoulders, working through the glutes. Getting as high as you can, looking up towards the ceiling. Building on flexibility here as well, because if you struggle with this exercise, there's a good point that you probably got a little bit of lack of flexibility in your shoulders. If you can't get up all the way, so it'll help improve that as well. Conditioning workouts are great for strength, flexibility, maximum fat burn. Weight on your hips, feet nice and wide, knees wide. I like to hold the weight at the edges. Squeeze those glutes. Squeeze. Knees wide, feet turned out. Exhale at the top of the range. Just pause it just for a second before you come back down. Just really squeezing. Think hips high, ribs low. feeling that a little bit in my hamstrings as well. Weight up, legs up, push your back into the mat. Head can be down. Leg out to the same side as your chest pressing. Really push your back into the mat. Exhale as you lower, as you extend your leg. Oh. That's it. Try and push your heel away from you. Definitely don't rush through that one. Okay. Ready for your half seated. One weight or two weights, it's up to you. Ready? Down. Just really slow movement here. Try and keep those elbows up. You don't want any resting. So only come up as far as you can still really feel that in your core, and only down as far as you can really feel it in your core. Exhale at the top. Well done. Back to your press. Ready, in position. I'm just giving you a little rest while I figure out why the music has just suddenly wanted to stop. So yeah, lucky you, you get a rest. Whew. Come on, music. Alexa. Oh, there. It's okay. Oh dear. Right, are you ready? That gave us a little rest, didn't it? You don't have to do it on the weight, remember. Let's go. I'm just pausing it at the bottom, just for a second or two. Don't dip your head, okay? Don't dip your head. Straight line. Oh, feel that in my core. Woo. Plank rows. Ready? 2, 1, let's go. Nice and slowly. Keep those hips down. Three, 2, onto your back. Weight in your thighs. Ready? Don't worry where the weight is, it doesn't really matter. Fingers pointing forward or back, up to you. Squeeze those inner thighs, squeeze. Hips up nice and high. Squeeze those inner thighs so you don't lose the weight. Really good lower back workout, this one as well. Exercise even. Oh, all the way down. Weights on your hips. Feet nice and wide, toes pointing out. Make sure your legs are quite close to you. Squeeze those glutes at the top. Don't rush through it. Glute bridge is a really good exercise. It's called a glute bridge, but it's amazing exercise for your lower back strengthening and your core. Well, your core is your back, but most people associate core with the front, but your core is actually, core muscles include your back muscles. Weight up, chest press, feet up. Ready? Let's go. Nice and slow and controlled. Really pushing your back into the mat as you extend. Exhale. Woo! Are you ready for your half sit-ups? I'm going to go for legs straight this time. Be slightly harder with your legs straight. Oh. Oh. Round number 3, ready? Let's go. Final round. I'm going to do this round not on my weights. Ready? Let's go. Woo! Remember, as soon as you lose form, knees. I know most of you will be on your knees. I struggle with those ones towards the end. Rows. Ready. Let's go. Don't rush it. Minimal movement. Come on, only 10 seconds here. You can do it. 8, 5, 3, onto your back. So I had to just look at Frankie then. I thought he was not breathing. He looks... Oh, he's moving. I don't know whether anyone else who's got a cat, sometimes they have a look and it's like, whew, it scares you a little bit. Come on, squeeze those inner thighs, squeeze those glutes. We're nearly there now. Three, 2, 1. Woo! Glute bridges. Ready? Really squeeze, exhale as you lift. Make sure your legs aren't too far away. If your legs are too far away, you'll feel it more in your hamstrings than in your glutes. Woo! Chest press, leg lowers. Inhale, exhale, push your back in. Ready? Let's go. Take it nice and slow. Woo! I think I might have to go down to one weight with this one. Ready? Come on, only here for another 10 seconds and then we're done. 5, 2, 1. Oh, well done. Well, that was a sweaty session. Take your arms overhead, reach over to the side. Oh, we did really work everywhere there. And the other side. Feeling my obliques from yesterday's Pilates. Take one arm across. And just pull back, stretch out those triceps. And the other side. And come up to standing position. Just drop down. Feel that nice stretch in the back of your hamstrings and your back. Anyone that's joining me for Pilates, you need a cushion, pillow or something like that. Or if you've got one of the Pilates balls, then one of those. Oh, place your hands together, push your chest out and come back down all the way. And arms in front, push. Oh, well done. If you're not joining me for Pilates, make sure you have a really good stretch out and let me know how you got on.